Alan, this plan, it's a risk-based regional approach. It takes a look at each county and then decides the risk and the restrictions in that county, partly based on the infection rate. The governor alluding to this proposal in her press conference today, and we asked, just how safe is it? Michigan's Comeback Roadmap, a plan put forth by House Republicans that grades the risk of counties in Michigan: high, heightened, or standard risk. The leader of the House, Speaker Lee Chatfield.
We think the governor should tier counties as a 1, 2, or 3. And we believe that based on what tier they're in should be the limitations and restrictions that are within that county.
In the plan, Southeast Michigan, for example, with the highest COVID-19 cases and deaths, would remain under the current stay-home order, but without the restrictions on higher volume retail stores. We asked 7 Action News Chief Health Editor Dr. Parthanandi the viability of the plan from a medical perspective.
And it seems intuitively, right? It makes sense. Like, why would you give the same restrictions to people up north? The problem is that if you don't have the same restrictions throughout, what's going to happen is that you will control some of the infections in the highest risk counties, but then the rest of the state will then take over and start spreading cases.
This action isn't about our individual right to gather. It's about our parents' right to live.
Governor Whitmer today pushing back on the regional approach while hinting at examples of possible steps forward.
Living in a rural part of Michigan does not mean that you are safe from the virus. Temperature checks, limits on visitors, frequent disinfecting and cleaning, and more.
And the governor also in that press conference saying the stay-home order will need to be extended, but it expires, at least the state declaration, the emergency declaration expires in 10 days. Also, that's her executive orders. That's how she's able to give these executive orders, her executive power. And the state legislature, they are hinting that they may not renew any requests for an extension, which would make all of these executive orders that happened during the emergency declaration done. Reporting live, Brian Abel, 7 Action News.
All right, Brian, thank you. And of course,